Hey, Stacy, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you, Jason?
Doing pretty well. How's your week been? How was
Good.
last week? That's what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Crazy, but back from pageant stuff, so it was good.
Oh, that's right. How'd it go? The pictures looked great.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It went really good. She had fun,
Oh,
so we
good.
survived. Survived.
That's always the challenge, right?
Yeah, yeah. With a
Survive the event.
5-year-old. Well, you got kids, you know how it is. But yeah,
Yeah. Two girls of my own, and they're not in a lot of extracurricular stuff yet, but we know it's coming.
yeah, yeah. Well, both my grandkids are in a ton of stuff, and the pageants are over the top. So
Yeah, I've seen some of those. I'm like, I don't
just
know.
wait. It's worse than them getting married. It's cheaper to just let them get married 100 times than having a pageant. The money these people spend on these things.
I've seen shows, I've seen movies. Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, it was oh, my wife had me watch one movie. It had Abigail Breslin in it. Oh, this is gonna
I
annoy me.
can't think
Hang on.
where it is now. Hmm.
It's like Little Miss Sunshine. There we go.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yep,
Mm-mm.
that's about her and her family trying to get her into or make this big pageant event kind of thing, but it goes off the rails several times over.
Nice, nice. I'll have to check that out. That's yeah, but no, we survived and she had fun and she wants to do it again. So
Well, as long as she's having fun and enjoying herself,
that's what I said. That's what
right?
I said. Absolutely.
Mr. Dale, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Am I
Good.
unmuted?
Doing all right, hanging out and just trying to enjoy summer as much as I can with two kids at home constantly.
Hmm.
I'm past that.
It
Me
is.
too.
Yeah, it's a constant challenge of like how can I entertain them without putting them in front of a screen all day
Yeah,
and still get work done.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, so this is our hot seat. This is really just our, as Stacy knows, this is just a way for me to help you guys exactly wherever you are, whatever you're stuck on and challenged with, and let's get some stuff done in real time here. So Dale, let's start with you. First off, thanks for joining the lab. It was great to see your name popped up. And just a quick note, I saw you also paid for the workshop. I refunded that because members get in free, so you should see that come by soon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate the support. So, how can I support you? What can I help you with?
Well, I launched my GPT password protection system
Okay.
back in November and had 60 customers. 8 I invited in, and I transferred they paid $47 for a one-time fee.
Okay.
So I transferred them all over to the new system at the middle tier where it's $197 a month
Mhm.
tier for nothing.
Okay.
And so I'm in the process of I've created a portal for everybody to use, so everything is built. I have the website built. I have the landing page built. I just haven't had any customers. I've been kind of waiting on Jonathan Mast to give his endorsement,
Mm-hmm.
and that will really help. But he's so dang busy,
Yes.
I can't rely on him. I
Yep.
mean, not saying I can't, you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah. The timing of it's not always optimal for you.
Right.
Yep. Totally get it. So, but you've had other customers pay the 47. So like basically we can call them the beta testers, right? They were able to test it out and all that. Have you been able to get any testimonials or reviews from them?
No, I've got about 3 of the 68 people that I gave everything to
Okay.
are using it. So I've had a couple AMAs, and that produced a lot of things that I needed to go in and update on the product,
Mhm.
with their suggestions. But as of this weekend, the product is frozen where it is, the release, I mean, and I need to announce that and tell people, hey, I'm here to help you get going.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
I've also given everybody, all those, an affiliate. They're part of the affiliate program that shows up on the portal when they log in, and they can they get 20% for life.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Well, do you want to show it? So you said you have the landing page up and running, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you show that off real quick? Let's take a look at it.
Sure. How do I do that? I'm new here. Okay, share screen.
Yep, share screen at the bottom.
Let me
Just notice my camera's gone wonky. I don't know why I'm black and white in the middle and everything else is colored. That's weird.
I like the red hair on your outline of your hairline there.
Right? It's like, apparently testing out a new style or something. Yeah, let's see. Does this work? Is it easy as this? Okay, apparently it's that easy.
Okay.
Does that make sense, technology?
All right. Okay. So are you seeing it?
Yep. Let's take care of my AI security. Okay. Guard your AI assets, build your future. Okay, and you said this is primarily for like GPTs and skills, right?
Yes, that's what I have it written for, is for that. And I've done some exhaustive research, and there's nobody else doing this.
Okay. Oh, so that's a good thing. So there's a big blue ocean for you, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, in finding customers, so the people that you found so far, you said you had, correct me if I'm wrong, it was about 60 people who purchased the $47 lifetime version of it?
Yes.
Okay. How did you find those people?
Through Jonathan.
Okay. All right. That's all right. So we're using community, which is fantastic. That's always a good way of doing it. Have you been able to get anyone from outside of that yet?
No.
Okay. That's okay. I'm just more of just getting a lay of the land.
I've been so busy on getting on my love is the development and everything. So I'm trying to build AI around all of that.
Yeah.
But I realize I can't depend on AI too, but I got to join some other groups and start providing value there to bring them to my group.
Yep. I would think, so just off the top of my head, we'll get into the landing page and the marketing and stuff too, but I would think right off the top of my head, if you could join some, like even some of those groups that are just centered around vibe coding and just even the GPT and the skill builders, and then you could tell that, and as they're sitting there showing off all of their projects, I just built this or I just built that. It could be even something as easy as spending 20, even just 20, 30 minutes a day, just responding to, even just 10 to 15 of them going like, hey, the project looks really good. And then you can just pose the question. It's not even a sales tactic. It's just posing the question. Are you worried at all about the security of it? Are you worried about anyone being able to access the back end information of it? So that way you start planting that seed in the back of their mind of like, oh, I just built this thing, but can people just get direct access and directly rip this off and all that stuff? And then you can start that conversation. And then if they come back, and most likely they're going to say like, no, I haven't thought of that. That's when you can say, oh, I might have something for you.
Okay.
Yeah. An interesting way to do it. I'm also wondering, I just, again, looking at the landing page here, the above the fold, the guard your AI assets. I'm almost wondering if that's too broad of a scope. So like guard your AI assets, that could mean a bunch of different things. But if you were to say guard your custom GPTs and your AI skills, that's something very specific. So if someone lands on your landing page and they're wondering, well, what does AI assets mean? Could that be the landing page I just built with AI and go high level? Or is that something I built through something I learned in a Jonathan workshop or something like that? The more specific you get, the better response you're going to, because you're going to get the higher quality of person rather than someone kind of kicking the tires going, I'm not sure if this is for me or if it's not. But if you call it out directly saying, hey, guard your GPTs, which people who build GPTs, like we know that there's an aspect of security that's needed there to ensure that all of the knowledge base and the instructions that we have on there, like we want that, we don't want people to access that. Right. So if you're able to call that out, I think that might serve you a little bit better. Is your landing page getting traffic right now?
I don't know. I haven't had the time to look.
Okay. No, that's all right. Hey, that's why we're here. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. One step at a time. Let's go through your landing page first. Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
Something valuable. It's not protected. Yep.
Yeah. And I have this thing here to put into your GPT that if you copy this and put it in, when you go to a GPT, it just spills the guts.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's a good thing. I like how you call that out, because be like, it could be something this simple to break what you just built. So I think that's a good validation piece right there.
I have a video that shows me I'm about to steal a custom GPT's entire system prompt. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I did the open mouth thing that other people have done on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I just tell me how you want me, when you want me to scroll.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
Then I have another one that talks about it in more detail.
Okay. Excellent. Keep going. The stakes. They just need to ask. Yeah. Yep. That's a good call out. Competitor can extract your entire system prompted in one message. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. Scroll. Yep. Okay. All right. Keep going. Protect the lockdown in under 30 minutes. Subscribe and access. Set up your dashboard. Code. Set is protected. Okay. Each asset is protected as its own subscriber list. Each one has its own independent access. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Keep going. Scenes, password, authentication system, pre-product, real-time user engagement. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Keep going. All right. So you said this is a monthly subscription to access this, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So a question that comes to mind, if they were to install this system into their GPTs and then they unsubscribe, do they lose that functionality to defend their property?
Yes.
Okay. How does that work? Just out of curiosity.
Well, what happens is the portal has where you put in the your skills and your GPTs, and then you assign users to them. The users get an invite, they put a password, and so they get, once a user, they can put as many GPTs and skills as they want, but
Okay.
it's controlled by number of users. So the bottom level is 1,000, then it goes to 2,500, then 5,000, or unlimited. And then what happens is the skill calls the system through an API, through an action. That's for the GPTs.
Okay. For
the skill, when they install the skill, it asks them for a username and password.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
so
okay.
And then every time so their skill, their entire skill is just put into the system, not like the GPT.
Right.
So all the IP is there. So every time a user accesses the skill, it's using an MCP connector.
Yep.
And so it'll go and it will check to make sure they're valid, or that the skill has been protected. And if the skill is protected, it reads what they want and it returns just what they need. So they never get the entire package.
Right. Okay.
And
the value from it. Okay.
Yeah. But the key thing is that's different. I mean, a lot of people can write their own MCP connector, do all that kind of stuff. But I have the password, I have the protection layer built on top of that keeps people from asking questions to get that information.
Okay. So Is it possible for them to still try to ask and then it just denies them access to that info? Okay.
Yeah. I've gone through, I've got 30 tests that I've run through, all different kinds of security on it. And, it's tested out well. It'll give enough information to keep them, interested in the product. So it'll answer questions that seem like it, but it doesn't answer broad questions.
Okay. Interesting. And then what about on the GPT side? How would that work?
When they first log into the skill, if the person is unsubscribed, they'd have to go in and remove the password protection. There's a few lines that go at the top of their custom instructions, and then there's an action. And they'd have to remove that, but then they lose all the security.
Okay. And then again, like trying to play devil's advocate here and like just make sure that we're thinking of all of it here. So let's say if I had signed up for it and I had like the GPT that I'm offering my Friday workshop, and say I put that line of code in there for the added security and everything, put that in there, it's working and everything. And then next month I'm like, all right, and like I have it in place. Maybe I'm thinking I don't need the monthly subscription anymore, and I cut it out, but I don't update the instructions or anything on the GPT side. Does that still affect the GPT?
Well, it tells it to use the knowledge file that I give them. And
okay.
So if the knowledge file says the first thing you have to do is to provide username and password to get access.
Okay, interesting.
So it'd be simple to remove, but then they remove all the security then.
Right, and then it opens it back up again. Okay.
Right.
All right, that makes sense. All right, so now what we're thinking is we need to get more customers here. So you have about 60 people who've paid for it, but then you said only a handful of them have actively used it that you could reach out for a testimonial.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then I would say first steps on that would be to first reach out to those people who have used it and ask them for some type of testimonial so that we have social proof, and then we can use that in the marketing and the promotional side of setup, and even put it on the landing page here. So like, hey, here's what people who have used this before have said about the effectiveness of this. I
have a section out there that is not. I have it like just removed temporarily, and so I have a section on here for that.
Okay,
but it doesn't show up now until I get some.
Right. Okay, and then the others who have purchased it but haven't used it yet, I would suggest following up with them and just saying and just asking them, even though they haven't used it, I would just ask them, say like, hey, have you used it yet? I would love to get your feedback on it, hear what you think about that. Would just to shake the tree loose a little bit, because sometimes it could just be something as simple as a quick reminder of like, oh yeah, that's right, I bought this thing. Because Lord knows I've done that too. I've bought like the low ticket offers of things, like a quick checklist or a video access to something, and me and my brain, I get easily distracted just like Jonathan does, and then it takes me 2 or 3 weeks later where I might see an ad for it again and go, oh yeah, I'll get that. Wait a second, I've seen this before. Have I already gotten this before? And I'll go through my email and then find it buried, 3 or 4 pages deep.
Right.
And then I'll use it.
Yeah, and I need to communicate better with them. And I've got that all set up through GHL.
Okay.
And so the neat thing about this is you can manually put in your email addresses that have access, or you can automate it through like GHL.
Yep.
And so I've got all the APIs and everything built for that.
Fantastic. All right. And what about the the email and just communication stuff in high level? Have you got that worked out too?
Yeah, I've got that worked, and I've got the affiliate program all through that. And
okay.
But I just need to do more.
Just finding the time to put towards it to get that out there. I get it. Okay.
I'm very ADHD And so I have like
Same. Preach it.
three different things going at the same time.
Yep. Yep. I mean, why do you think it's taken me so long just to launch the lab thing? I've had Jonathan, Eve, Tanya, and a handful of other people going like, you just need to put something together to help people with ads and high level stuff. I'm like, I know. And but 6 to 8 weeks later or months later, I finally put it together and here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it's just the process of like just getting in there and just doing it. But for okay, so there's a couple things that I think that you need to prioritize more than anything else right now. So obviously you have the product built, which is fantastic. That's ready to go. Now we just need to let people know that it exists outside of Jonathan's community. It still utilize Jonathan as a resource. He's a very valuable, very authoritative resource. So keep pinging him to get that stamp of approval and all that. You know, he almost needs to come up with like his own little like as seen on TV stamp or something. Like we need the white beard stamp or something.
Yeah,
that always sticks out. But at the same time, we need to start utilizing your network as well, and then also like we talked about, utilizing other communities. So on the email side, I think it's getting back in touch with the people who have bought it, who haven't used it yet. We need to reactivate those people. So that way you have a bigger pool of people you could get the reviews and testimonials from. And then from there, it's as you get those, obviously put those up on the landing page, as you know, but then getting out to the communities themselves and start reaching out to people who are actively building this stuff, who may need to know that, hey, this stuff is available. Because it's easy to create a custom GPT. I haven't tried creating a skill yet, so I'm not sure how easy or difficult that could be, but we know how easy it is to make it, but to make sure that it's secure and that no one else can rip off of it, that's a completely different thing. So
yeah, that's the key thing, because the skills, the only way that you can protect it, I mean, you can't protect it because when you give it to somebody, you give them everything.
Yep. And I think, do you know, and this is more a question for you just because I don't know what I don't know, but is it possible to extend this out to Google Gems as well? No.
Google Gems doesn't have a way for that to work.
Okay.
So I have tested it out.
Curious.
I've tested it out with Gemini through Perplexity, because I've installed it in Perplexity, and then it works with all the different models that are in Perplexity.
Okay.
And then I think you can, I've got to, that's one of the things that's on my list. I mean, I've got it working in Manus. I just need to test it so I can tell people that. So of course, Claude and Claude Desktop, but, and there's a lot of places that have, that have MCP connectors. And so I need to test those out too.
Okay. And then so in your quote unquote free time and all this stuff to promote this and get this out there, have you been posting content on your page to let people know that something like this exists?
Not really. I mean, I've been using my business page and my personal page, and I've got a group. And so I just started posting. I took Eve's Omni class, and I love it. And so I've created a 30-day campaign, which is it's like a story with the Sin City. Have you ever seen that movie? That Sin City look and feel. And it's called the 2 a.m. AI asset heist. And I just started that today. I put a trailer out, and so I've got 30 to 40 seconds of video that I'm going to put out each day. And I'm going to tell people in it, if you've missed one, come to the group, and they'll have to join the group, and then they can watch the whole series that as it grows, and they don't have to wonder where things are.
Right. Okay.
So I've done that. Plus, I developed a social media content engine that didn't really make it because people are too picky on stuff.
I know that feeling. Yep.
So, but it's good enough for me. So I'm in the process of getting that. I'm moving everything from Make over to a web app.
Okay.
And so I'm in the process of developing that content engine that will give me good posts, and it will create the images and video and everything for me to post.
Okay.
And so I should have that done this week.
Okay, that's good. I've got a couple of things on my end that I can help with too. And again, I'm wondering if calling it the AI asset heist and all that. Like, I understand where you're going with it. I wonder if it's not specific enough to capture people's attention and be like, oh, this pertains to me, or like, this is something that's relevant for me. So I've got a couple of things that I can do on my end that once we jump off of this, I'll put some of that into play. And can you actually, while I think of it, can you give me the link to your landing page?
Yeah.
Because that way I can utilize the info and content.
I gave it to you in the group.
Okay, perfect.
I replied to your comment.
Excellent. There it is. Okay, perfect. Cool. Yeah, because then I can put it through some of the stuff that I have that that like it can directly call out how we can name this or how we can word it so that it captures people's attention. Because again, I think calling out the fact that this is geared towards skills and GPTs would resonate better than just calling it an AI asset. Just because again, it leaves a lot open to interpretation. But as these people are building all of this stuff, and especially, I mean, you even think businesses and enterprises and stuff, because everyone's trying to be and implement AI in some fashion or in some kind of thing. Like I keep an eye on job boards just to see what businesses are asking for in terms of marketing and everything. And everything now has to be AI centric of some kind. And so I think it'd be really valuable for people who are getting into that space to know that something like this exists, especially for the businesses and stuff who have a lot of intellectual property that needs to be protected. Because that's been a big hang up for a lot of companies, and especially on the corporate level, where they're like, we want to utilize AI, but we have to be so careful with it because we need to protect our stuff. And so to be able to offer them something like this, I feel could be something very beneficial. And to a lot of those companies and entities and stuff like that, like even your biggest one, the $497 a month for them is going to be a drop in the bucket.
Right. Well, these are my introductory prices, which I'll keep for everybody, and then I'll raise them as it goes on.
Yeah, I think I almost wonder if there's a community or even just some people out there who just who are just really good at building GPT. Like that's their whole brand, is just building GPTs for companies and brands and skills and stuff. If you could partner with them saying, hey, you build it, I'll help you protect it.
Yeah.
That might be something worth it. Like there could be some partnerships that you work in there too. It's like, hey, if you have this client that you're building these things for, let's work together. And after you build it, we'll integrate my thing to protect it. And that way that can be a selling point for them to their clients. And that way you're the safety net for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a group called the Boston Group, I think, that has developed over 30,000 GPTs.
Okay.
Now that won't be real easy the GPT is the more and really the more intensive one, because you've got to go out and change it for all your GPTs.
Yep.
The skills is pretty easy because you set it up once and then you just have to train your users how to set that up. And it's just as easy as installing a skill.
Right. Yep. But I mean, if you're proving the value even on the GPT side for someone who has thousands of GPTs and all that, if you can prove the value behind it of this is going to protect everything that's in it, so that way no one has, like, people can try, but they're not going to get through to it. Someone's going to look at that and go, we need this on all of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say that would be some of my homework for you, is to look at some of those communities and some of those people who are the builders, and then offer your services. And I almost, you could almost play, you could play the role of like, hey, I want to test your GPT, and then break it, bust into it, and be like, hey, yeah. It took me X amount of minutes, or it took me this long to break into it, and now I have access to all of your knowledge file. Like, you're almost you're a glorified hacker, really. And you're red teaming, you're almost red teaming their GPTs. It's like, here, let me show you how easy it is to break into your thing. And oh, by the way, I have the solution to make sure that no one else is able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea to connect with people.
Mm-hmm. And you could even do it where, oh, how do I want to, you could almost put together like an offer or an event or something like that, where it's almost an open challenge. Like, hey, do you have a GPT? Do you think it's secure? How secure do you think your GPT is? Let me test it. And then have them reach out to you. Yeah.
I could do Facebook lives and YouTube lives.
If they'd be comfortable putting their stuff out there for that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But you can even do that as an open challenge. Like, hey, let's book 20 minutes or 30 minutes together, something like that, however long you think it would take for most of them, and go, hey, let me take a crack at it and make sure that it's secure.
Okay.
And then if you get to break into it, be like, hey, all I did was this, especially if it's the one-liner that you had on your landing page, like, hey, all I had to do was put in this, and I have access to all of your stuff. If you want to prevent this from happening, I have this thing for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cause now now you're the ethical AI hacker to these things that people use on a regular basis. And you're not doing it to destroy them or anything. It's just, I want to help you be safe. I want to help you keep your intellectual property safe. And so and you can do that even with companies too. My gosh, if they already have some of that AI stuff in place and all of that, yeah. You could, oh man, now the gears are really turning here. if you could find some of those companies where they offer like a free GPT or a free skill or something like that, take that as an opportunity. Access it, break it open, and then just email them back saying, hey, I did this and it took me 5 minutes.
Okay.
And anyone else could do that. And obviously that takes more time, more of your free time and all of that. But if you can show them the value of it, of, hey, as me, just as an individual with a little bit of free time on my hands, I put this prompt in or I had this conversation with it, and all of a sudden I have access to everything in this GPT. Oh, by the way, here's a 5-minute video of me showing what I offer, which makes sure that this never happens again. That's an easy sales call.
Right.
Yeah. Cause now you've proven the risk that their stuff is open to, and you're providing the solution.
Yep. All right. So I've got my homework for the week. I've got to communicate with my users better.
Yep.
I've got to get my Facebook. I've got to get my posting, because I post on 9 different platforms.
Okay.
And so I've got to get the regular posts set up for those. And so I'm posting more.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to nudge. I got to be very careful about nudging Jonathan, because he's told me you can't expect a turnaround in a few days.
That is true. And the man is only getting busier. And well, now that Facebook's blocked him and all that, he is very hyper targeted, as he should be, on his community rather than Facebook's community.
Right.
As he should be. But yeah, that was that came out of left field. Oh man.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad for him, and then I'm reaching out to my reps that I know through Meta ads and all that, going like, hey, what can we do to fix this? And like, oh, we'll get in touch with our teams and all of that. And every day I keep up with them, like, hey, anything? They're like, no, they haven't gotten back to us. Good old Facebook. Old Facebook. So okay, so yeah, we'll review the homework here, and I'll throw it in the chat here just so we have it written down somewhere. So all right, so we're gonna re-engage the existing the people who have bought access already. We want to email them, ask if they
there's a chat.
Had a chance to check it out. Yeah, no, I'm testing if I want to stay on Google or not. My Zoom account expired a couple of weeks ago, and I pay for Google anyway. So I'm like, we'll see if I like this. If not, I'll go back to Zoom. But we'll see. Yes, we want to re-engage those the people who have used it. Ping them again for a review or testimonial. And the review and testimonial can be of any kind, even if it's just a text of them saying like, hey, I use this, it's fantastic. Anything that isn't you singing its praises is still useful. Obviously video is the best, but anything you can get from them would be useful. As far as outreach, ideas we have are find people who are building and promoting their own GPTs and skills, test them, break them, then offer your product, find communities where the builders are, and engage there as well. We got to potentially look at wording, get more detailed and specific.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is I'll say guard your GPTs and AI skills.
Mm-hmm.
And then down there where it says the only password protection system, add to that, these are your AI assets. So
yeah, there we go.
Duplicate them.
Yep.
And then I can keep what's down below the way it is.
Yep. Oh yeah, I don't think you have to redo the whole thing. It's just calling it out just above the fold. The first thing they see, you want to make sure that they think, oh yeah, this is for me. Like I'm in the right place.
Because I have a lot of white space there at the top that I can raise at one line.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can even start out, instead of guard your AI assets right away, be like for builders of GPTs and skills, or like for GPT and skill builders or something like that. These are your AI assets. Yeah, build and safeguard your future. Something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll go after we jump off of this, I'll go in and I'll test some things on my end and see if we can get the wording of that a bit more optimized.
Yeah, the reason I have AI assets is basically I want to become the security, like, not that this is a good term to use now, but like the Norton of AI.
Yep. And who knows, to a degree, that might be a good way to do that. Just so that way you're building resonance with people, because there could be like very novice AI users who took a class on how to build a custom GPT, did something that serves them, but it is super basic, but still leaves them open. And yet you could call yourself like, I'm the Norton / McAfee of AI security. And because people know those very well, they'd be like, oh, I know exactly what he's trying to be. And you could even have some videos that start off of like, hey, that if you owned a computer anytime between the years of like 1995 and 2015, something like that, that Norton and McAfee were the internet protectors of your computer. I want to be the protector of your AI assets, your custom GPTs and your skills. and then go into it that way.
Mhm.
There's different ways you could play it, but for now we just want to focus on just a couple steps at a time, not be super overwhelming because you already have enough on your plate. So, all right. So yeah, we'll do that. And then, yeah, we'll check in and see how you're doing next week. And then obviously if there's any questions or anything, the message board, feel free to hit me up there. We can always continue the conversation there, but.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stacy, how are things going on your end?
Oh, good. Sorry, I had to step away. I was listening in the other room. I had to deal with the kid thing with my son. But anyway, going good. Obviously, I took the week off for pageant stuff last week for the granddaughter, but back at it. I want to work on the landing page that we talked about.
Mhm.
It's kind of my goal. The one video that I'd shared, where we talked about doing the 1 minute video, it did well. I think I got,
good.
5 new subscribers. We actually had 2 people come in and view some properties off of it. So,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah. So it was good. So I'm working on another one to show a different property type here because we've got 5 different property types. So
Mhm.
I'm going to do that this week and work on a landing page. So we can start using, the what's those Google or what's the Meta things that we're trying to use? Having a moment. We got to paste it to track their stuff. What?
Oh, the conversion APIs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we'll get a website going where I can drive them to that, so we can start, tracking some of that stuff for them. So.
Okay. And then building the landing page, you're still using the program that the HOA uses?
No, I want to build a separate one. So I definitely
Okay.
want to do something separate because theirs can't do what we need it to do. I can't change back end tracking and stuff. So I want to build
as we know.
Yeah. I want to
Totally
build
get
a
that.
basic page that'll do, just that. So.
Right. Well, actually, so have you thought of where you're going to build that landing page through yet?
No, we talked about that go high level. When you showed that and showed how it can clone, the site. So I don't have a problem doing it and go high level. I need to watch your go high level video that you'd sent out to kind of see the overview of that.
Okay.
But yeah, it just definitely needs to be something basic, nothing super flashy or anything like that.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
that
needs
I'll
to
get
work.
the yeah. I don't know I'll get them to switch over from their old ancient site, but that's living in a 55 plus resort. That's what you get. So
Yep. Oh yeah. Like we talked about last week. I know that all too well.
Yeah.
Or the week before.
yeah, so that's where that stuff is. So while doing all that, we launched from living out here, we found a big need. The only place you can sell deeded RV lots pretty much is on Facebook Marketplace and then little Facebook groups. So I've been working with one of my software developers, and we just we're in the testing phase of launching a site where you can list for sale your RV lots.
Oh, cool.
And that. So we just kind of we went test live. So I've got 10 people testing it with me. We haven't done any advertising, nothing. So
Okay.
messing with that while still maintaining my free marketing I do for the resort. So
Yep. I get that.
yeah.
Well, if you ever want to test the landing page, if you want to test the go high level of it, I have no problem hosting it through mine because we can just add in the domain on my high level, and we can just test out the landing page and see if
okay.
see if they like that.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be too much to really do. It would just be adding the domain. We might have to change add a couple of settings on the domain hosting side of it.
Okay.
But I'd be able to help you out through all of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, so that's my goal this week is to finish up the landing page, produce another of the videos like I did it's been 2 weeks already, hasn't it?
I know,
2 weeks
time
ago.
flies, doesn't it?
I know. I'm like, how can it be Tuesday in time for our call? I'm not even prepared, but
Right.
so that's my goal on that. Unless you can think of something else I should be focusing on. I mean, it seems to be working for us. It's a slow and sure kind of thing. Just keep chugging away at it.
Yeah, I know and that's always the thing of marketing and social media. It's the consistent posting over time. That's really all it is. But all of the other content that you've been posting on social, has that been doing well?
Yeah. I get good views. Usually get a couple. I get shares out of it, so I can't. No complaints on that. I haven't done the postcard style one again.
Okay.
So I need to, because that is my best performing that I found doing that Florida postcard style. So
Yeah, as we've seen, people love that. Your audience loves that.
yeah, 1,000 views on one without it, 20,000 with it. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Right. I know it's one of those things where like you may not understand it, but it works, and that's what we're going to lean into.
Yeah, exactly.
And not say every post has to be like that, because you don't want to burn them out from it. But,
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and then have you let's see, I forget, do you have a subscription to Gemini at all?
I don't.
Okay. I was trying to think. So I was almost thinking having the postcard stuff. So I like Dale, we were talking about Eve's Omni workshop that she had last week, and how she turned a static image into like a moving picture kind of thing. Like, oh, that'd be really cool if you could do that with the postcard. Even if it's just a quick 10-second video of you showing the postcard, and then like the postcard comes to life, and I could almost see it where like you're zooming into the postcard and it takes you on the properties, like a high level overview.
Oh, that'd be cool. I bet Midjourney could. I've got the full Midjourney. I've been a Midjourney.
Okay.
Midjourney came out, and it's done some videos for me. Well, that's what you said. 11 Labs for voiceover.
Yes, yeah. 11 Labs is like the premier. I don't know if I want to say premier, but like the brand that everyone thinks of when you think of AI voiceovers. And voice replicating.
Yeah, everybody was fine with it. They loved it. I hate hearing my own voice, so for me, I'm finding an AI voice. It's like no.
I'm in the same boat. I always think like my voice sounds too nasally and things like that, but then I also have to catch myself that like, who cares?
Yeah, I have to hear it on my feed every time. I'll be circling. I'll be like, "There's my voice." Oh my gosh.
Yep. Oh, I know. Well, now that like I'm trying to get myself in the habit of doing just more video posts and all that, giving out just like some info and some knowledge and all that stuff. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, God, I hate this. Like I look like I'm looking at my nostrils and my voice is my voice and all of that. But then I see Jonathan doing it. I see a whole bunch of other people I look up to doing the exact same thing. I'm like, all right, just got to get out of my own way and just do it.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
That's man. Yeah, that's
But
I'll try Midjourney for a video.
Yeah, test that out, see if it works.
Yeah.
If not, then I'd say we got time. Actually, do you have a postcard image available right now? Because I'm curious. Like,
probably.
We can do this.
But I just hit wrong button.
Yeah, I did with Omni. I did my avatar yesterday. I finally got that uploaded, and it got my voice and everything. And I did just a little 10-second one. I'm like a 20-minute per day thing with the Omni stuff. And so I put it up there, and I was like shocked at how well it sounded like me. And it had my mannerisms of me moving my head. And I mean, it was amazing. The only thing is you can only do that you have to do that for 10 seconds at a time. So you have to split your script up.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Which actually, I mean, you think about it though, I like that because it forces cutting and having something change in the video, which I've also noticed. And I've learned from other people who are like big in the TikTok and the YouTube and all that stuff. They say typically it's 3 to 5 seconds. You need to change something in the video. And so even just doing Omni once, even if it's every 10 seconds, you're still changing something to keep people's attention. So it's a good forcing function to be like, okay, we have to change this. You can still keep saying the script, but like you say, like you have to do it in chunks, but still possible to do, which is nice.
Why can I not share my screen? Or I can't even get the chat to pull up. I don't know what I've done.
Well, the share the screen button should be at the bottom. Looks like a little laptop with an arrow on it. The chat is in the bottom right. And I'm sorry, I switched it on you.
Oh, there's the chat. I see it. There it is, chat. I was going to dump one of the images in there. Hold on. Will it let me send an image? I'm not here now. Probably not here. I'll just. Is it gonna let me? Can you guys see my?
I see the screen.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, like I've got it pulled up too. Just let me know which one you want to do.
Yeah, I was gonna see. This one performed well here. One of the open house ones. That one performed real well. That was April 18th or April 6th. Sorry, yeah.
There it is. Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
that's what
Save
I'd say.
image.
That
Those look nice.
Oh, thanks. This one performed really well too.
Ooh, I like that one because it shows more of.
Yeah, the amenities.
resort
Yeah,
itself.
that was February 2nd.
There it is. Okay. All right, so here, I'll share my screen. Now, I'm just out of curiosity. Let's see if we can bring this to life a little bit. So I wonder if it's something as easy as, can you bring this to life? Show the postcard and zoom into it to show the resort as if the user is walking on the. Yeah, that was not spelled correctly. There we go. All right, we're going to keep it super vague, but we'll see.
Yeah, see what I can come up with. So this is Gemini. I've not played with it.
Yeah, this one's Gemini. Their video tool is called Omni. And they do something very similar to what Sora used to do before GPT killed off Sora. So they have the whole avatar function as well. So you can create an avatar of yourself.
Oh, okay.
That is, like Dale said, it's kind of scary how accurate they made that. It was pretty good. I've done one of me too, but then I'll show it to my wife. She's like, "That's not you." Like it's 90% of the way there. That's all I need it to be. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's like I told you, I'm trying to avoid putting my face on stuff because I don't look 55, and we don't want people at first glance thinking, "Oh, hey, anybody could come here." So
yeah. Well, the nice thing is that you could create an avatar and
that's
just have
true.
that.
That'd be great, and use that as a yeah. That's true.
Yeah, you could, I mean, especially you almost think with the postcard kind of look and feel like this right here. You could, I mean, we could create an avatar very similar to that. There was, I created an image of myself, sure, not too long ago, where it was like a very cartoon version of me with like a giant head and a small body.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
You could do something very similar to that, and just you could detail it so that it looks like your core audience.
That's true. Tell it to just age me nicely, though.
Right. Well, and it doesn't even have to be you. It could be like, hey, look like this type of person or that type of person.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something like this, and then again, make it someone that is a perfect fit for the resort, and then you could put that on postcards as well.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I'll play with that this week too.
All right, I've never done this. I've never tried something like this. Let's see how this did.
Yeah. Oh, dang. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I upload actual photos with it of our actual pool and our actual front. That's actually pretty freaking cool. I wonder if I upload actual clips of them, if it would.
I think it would.
That's freaking cool. And that was easy.
I did not expect it to do that. I just, even though I gave it a very vague prompt,
yeah.
I was looking to get like a bird's eye view of what the resort would look like. I didn't expect it to go like all the way into this, and then like, this looks very similar to the.
That does look very similar to ours. Yeah.
But I imagine if you give it the reference video or the reference images, and you're like, okay, take the postcard, zoom in, and then show this photo,
right?
And then
this photo,
and then this photo, and that one.
That's
and then-
pretty cool.
and play around with it that way.
That's fun. I'll actually play with that this week.
Yeah. And then that's another way that you get to use the postcard aesthetic and the look and the feel, but you also turn it into a video
A video,
that then-
yeah.
that then shows off other things. Oh, you could almost have, you could have some fun with this too, where you have the postcard here. It starts walking like through the gate. And obviously this would take some detailed prompting, but
Right.
it zooms in on the gate opens,
Right.
and then, and then maybe they see the first part of the property here, like this is what you first see.
Right.
And then it gets into the rest of it.
Yeah, the amenities. That'd be cool. Yeah. I'll have to play with that for sure.
So
I'll see what Midjourney does. If not, I'll just get the Omni subscription.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal there. That's no big deal.
yeah, just more fun content you get to play with.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Oh, that's cool. All right. Make an avatar and I'll work on that video. Yeah, I'll work on that, and then I'll get with you on the landing page, figure out what we need to do to.
Let me know there, and we can build out a test page and make sure that it works. And then
Yeah.
if anything, maybe that'll help nudge them off of that ridiculous platform.
Good luck.
It's something where like can actually track your people and make it an actual CRM that you get some
Yeah.
customization around.
Yeah, exactly. If not, I'll just build my own, and I'll build one out, and we'll just use my own for that end of it, and they can keep using the old HOAsites.com for the residents.
Yep. And I live in an HOA, and I'm trying to get them to do the same thing. I'm like, this thing is so archaic and clunky, and it doesn't work and all that. Like, let me help you.
Yeah. No, definitely. Well, cool. That works for me. So now that gives me some homework to do, and that'll put me moving forward. So
Excellent.
cool. Awesome.
All right, then everyone's got their homework, and let's keep in touch. Let me know if you get stuck on anything. Happy to help where I can. Dale, like I said, I'll be in touch later today with just some updates on some of the wording and the positioning and all that, and we'll go from there.
Super.
All right.
Okay, well, I got to tell you, I'm glad you're having that class because I said, okay, I got to sign up for this. And then I went back and read what it all pertained to.
Yep.
And then I saw you had your group, and I'm like, this is exactly what I am needing.
Good.
So
I'm really glad, because that's the whole point of this. Like I'm here to help. This is my passion. I love helping people where they are and help them get to where they want to go, especially around marketing and promoting and all that stuff. So this is what I like doing.
yeah, I've seen that. So
And I appreciate it. Seriously, it means a lot to hear that.
Yeah.
So cool, guys. So, all right. Well, thank you for your time. Again, happy to help wherever I can. Let me know, and I'll see you online or on Friday.
Awesome. Hey, have a good one. Thanks, guys.
All right. See ya.
Bye.